Sure. So first off, I learned SAS in grad school. It's basically a recommendation from one of my advisors because our department was very focused on learning R, but not so much on SAS or other languages. And he was a bit more involved in what was going on outside of the university. So he said, if you have the opportunity, it would be great if you learned SAS. So I forced myself to do it. And it was probably one of the best pieces of advice that I ever got because the first job that I had outside of university was as a statistical programmer for a major contract research organization. So at the time, I didn't really understand the difference between being a programmer and being a statistician. And I kind of thought that it was, when you're a statistician, you do the programming anyway. So, call yourself whatever you want. You're still one of those two anyway. But then I sort of learned the ins and outs of the pharmaceutical industry, and I found out that there's so much work that they separate those jobs just to sort of make things more efficient. So I started out as a programmer, and then I transitioned into a biostatistics role, and that fit me a little bit better, but I sort of kept the programmer ideology. I worked as a statistical programmer first, and then I transitioned into a biostatistics role as a biostatistician, and I work closely with statistical programmers, but now I'm kind of more on the biostatistics side of things. So that entails more dealing with the client and more drafting statistical analysis plans, shells, specifications, and dealing with tasks that aren't strictly programming related so that programmers can focus on programming. At least that's the theory behind it. So before I was dealing with just programming, and now I deal with sort of the other stuff.